I'm going to go over questions 7 and 8 together in this video because they use the same picture, but do realize that they're independent questions, so you could get 7 correct and miss 8 or vice versa. All right, in number 7, you were asked to find AB. And to answer this, you have to make sure you understand what you're being asked to find. So on your circle, if you trace from A to B, you will realize, hopefully, that that is the radius of your circle. Then you're given 2 pieces of information. You're told that the area of the sector, so like this sector, is 5 pi, and the area of circle B, the entire circle, is 25 pi. So the area of the entire circle is what we need here, because we know that the equation for the area of a circle is area is equal to pi times the radius squared. So our goal is to figure out what the radius is. So we are told that the area of this circle is 25 pi. So we are told the area is equal to 25 pi. All right, so this is a pretty easy equation to solve, just a little algebra. So if we're saying that the area pi r squared is equal to 25 pi, all I have to do is look at this and figure out what r squared is. So we could divide both sides of the equation by pi because we're trying to isolate the radius. When I do that, because they both were being multiplied by pi, pi just cancels out. Really, pi divided by pi is 1. It doesn't cancel out, but I know we sometimes get in the habit of saying they cancel out. So I'm left with the radius squared equals 25. And we've done a lot of problems like this year. I will take the square root of both sides, and the radius equals 5. We know the square root of 25 is both positive and negative 5, but we can only have a positive value for our radius. So AB, our length is 5. In question 8, you are asked to find the measure of angle B, which, to clarify, we really mean the measure of this angle right here. So if you look at the information you're given, we know both the sector area and the circle area, and we hopefully remember that we have this handy-dandy proportion that the central angle, when compared to the entire circle, which we know is always 360 degrees, is equal to the ratio of the sector area to the entire area of the circle. So if we think about it, we know 3 out of 4 of these pieces of information. I don't know the central angle. I'm going to let that be my unknown. So I'm going to call that x. That's what we're trying to find in question 8. I do know that it'll be measured in degrees, and I do know that I'm comparing it to 360 degrees. It corresponds with this sector. So the area of this sector is 5 pi, and again, we're told that in the problem. And then the area of the entire circle is 25 pi. The first thing I would probably do here is I would probably just simplify this by dividing pi from both sides of that ratio, or both parts of that fraction. All right, so now we can cross multiply, and I'm not going to include pi in my cross multiplication. So x times 25 is equal to 360 times 5. So 360 times 5 equals 25x. 360 times 5 is 1,800. So again, 1,800 or 1,800 is equal to 25x. And then we know we could divide both sides by 25 to isolate x. And when we do that, we get 72. So the measure of angle B is 72 degrees.